Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel, Queening with TK. So today we are going to be discussing something that I'm sure all South African ladies are excited about. I know I am. I'm very excited about what I'm going to be speaking about today, and that is Miss South Africa 2019. I'm sure we're all counting down and actually are just waiting for it. It's going to be broadcasting on the 9th of August, so I really can't wait to watch it. And if it's your first time joining me, welcome, and please do subscribe, like, and share the video. And if it is not your first time joining me, thank you so much for the support and welcome back. Okay, so before I get into anything or start speaking about this, I just want to say how happy I am about the 16 finalists, the 2019 Miss South Africa 16 finalists that they've chosen. They are absolutely gorgeous. Oh my goodness, they are absolutely gorgeous. And you know that South Africa has actually done very well when it comes to pageants, and Miss South Africa, they've won a couple of Miss World and Miss Universe titles before. So, and what I like is that they're not just gorgeous. All these women, they are educated. Like, when you listen, because I was actually watching their interviews where they were like introducing themselves. When you listen, they're doing something to help with the community. They're educated. Some are still studying, some are working already, and they've got all these bachelor degrees. They're doing all these BTECs. They're doing all these things, which just shows that not all the time that it's just beauty without the brains. Like, they have the beauty, the brains, and the bod, if I can just add that. So I absolutely love it. I absolutely really love the top 16. And when I actually saw it for the first time, my first thought was like, oh my goodness, what so much diversity. It's like so different. I actually saw one girl, I don't remember her name. Yes, but she's got like short hair. I saw another girl who's got dreadlocks, and I was like, oh yes. And I saw like really beautiful dark-skinned women also, and I was like, you know what, I just hope, or I wish that this time, Miss South Africa can be won by someone who's, who looks, relatable to us, who's, it's either like a dark-skinned, short-haired woman, or who's got dreadlocks and, stuff like that. Not like all the, the other ones that just look like they're straight out of a magazine. Someone who just looks like me and you, someone you can actually relate to. And then I was like, I really wish that Miss South Africa this year can be taken by someone like that, someone that, because obviously Miss South Africa is basically women empowerment. That's their whole motto. It's women empowerment, and also using your beauty to help with the duties that Miss South Africa has, and also the obligations that she has to the country and things like that. So I was like, I really wish that a dark-skinned, good-looking, well, they're all good-looking, but a dark-skinned, like African South African woman would win this time and be Miss South Africa 2019. And then the fact that actually my favorite, Bonang, is actually also the one who's hosting it, or presenting it, or hosting it, or presenting it, however you want to call it. It just makes me want to watch it even more, because like, I love Bonang. People that know me, they know that I actually love her. I love her a lot. And it's like the second time in a row, like second year in a row this time, that she's actually hosting it. Before, I won't lie, I was not really watching Miss South Africa that much, because to me it was like, I'm just gonna find out. I'm really gonna find out when they win, like who won and things like that. I was not really interested in listening to like what they say about themselves, what do they do, and things like that. To me it was just like, you know what, they're all pretty, the judges are just gonna choose. But this time I am like really following, and I really want to see who is gonna win. Now, what actually made me do this, like made me do this video today? Oh yes, and today is a Wednesday. So what actually made me do this video is something that I saw. I think was it last week? I think it was last week. I first saw Mini Dlamini. She was talking about how they have darkened their skin, like they've darkened their skin tone. So basically, all the women, or all the contestants, the top 16 for of Miss South Africa, they're all now like brown skinned, and they're all like all same shades of brown. And she said something like, I'm just gonna post it somewhere here, the screenshot, because I took the screenshot. She says something like, they look so much better, in person, or in their Instagrams, and in their social media. They look so much better without being made dark skinned. Okay, I'm not saying that she's saying that if they were lighter, they would have been like more prettier or anything like that. But okay, I was like, okay, let me just check this out, because I was so proud, because the first time that I actually saw it was when Bonang Matema was announcing that she's gonna be hosting it again. So then, like, I saw like this nice picture of them, and I was like so happy. And then then I saw Minnie Dlamini talking about their skin tone, like now they're dark, like they're darker than they actually are. And then that's when I actually started looking into it. And guys, just to say the least, when I saw the pictures, because they have to do that photo thing, like all of them, like I don't know what they call it, it's a set or something. When I saw it, I was like, wow, is this what it has come to? Like, really, is this where we are right now? Are we really just jumping onto every trend that comes, the trend that is like every trend that is standard of beauty? Because remember, before, what would happen is that dark-skinned people, when they're in front of cameras, taking professional photo shoots, they appear lighter than they actually are in person, or than they actually are in like their normal just taking selfies and things like that. But now, these ones, they actually look darker. And I was thinking, like, is this what we've came to, like, as a country? Like, just because now this whole colorism and dark-skinned girls and brown-skinned girls thing is coming into, like, is like trending, basically. That's like the trend that we as a country are also jumping to now. Why can't we just let people be they're beautiful, be their own beautiful? Why do you have to, just because now the whole dark-skinned woman is trending thing, why should the contestant also be like dark-skinned? Like, why do you have to make them darker than they already are? I'm telling you, like, I'm gonna put pictures here. Even the white ladies, like I think there's like 2 or 3, if I'm not mistaken, white ladies. If you look at them, they they don't look like a normal, when you would see a white woman, they don't look like, they just look like it's just the same shade of brown. Like, what they did is they took when someone buys what's this, I'm not really good at makeup, what's this thing called, foundation. When someone takes foundation, and then the foundation comes in shades, like different shade, different shades, different shades. It's like they took someone's shade of brown for foundation, and then they put it on these girls. And I actually found a photo, because obviously the media was calling them out for it, like, how can you do this? Like, why are you doing this? After Mini spoke about it, obviously. And then I found pictures of them where it's like their normal picture underneath, right? It's like their normal picture, where like on their social media accounts, and then on top it's the picture where they took in on set when they were shooting for the Miss South Africa. I don't know if it's a billboard or whatever, where they shoot like all of them, where they take that whole picture. I won't lie. I mean, it does look beautiful. It does look professional, and I know for a fact like in professional photographs or professional photo shoots, they have lighting that is so good that anyone can look like really really light. So I don't know if they switched off the lights, or they like, I really don't know what they did, but I was just so disappointed. I really really was. Like, so this is where we are right now, just because now, because remember, I think about a week ago, no, not a week, like 2, 3 or 4 weeks ago, there was this whole war on Twitter about light-skinned girls and, dark-skinned girls and all of that. Peltus was involved in all of that. And then so we all know that colorism is something that's, that affects everyone, and it's something that's big. And some people were sharing their stories about how they were bullied, and because of being dark skinned, and then how they don't get all these opportunities because of their skin color and all of that. And then sorry, and then Beyonce released this brown skinned girl song. Okay, so it was trending. Even light skinned girls were calling themselves brown skinned girls. But then that's fine. Like, I'm not saying they shouldn't, because I mean, maybe it's like different shades of brown. It's fine. But then I see this photo shoots, then I'm like, wow. So now we're back to square one, because now it's like they're saying, to me, when I look at it, I don't know, maybe you see it differently. When I look at it, it's like, oh no, just because these dark-skinned girls are complaining, let's just try to include them now. Just because now they are trending, let's just do them a favor. Let's just make them feel like everyone now is dark-skinned. Like, you don't need to do nobody any favor. I feel like, yes, colorism is there and we're all aware of it, but then it shouldn't be something that you force down our throats. Like, you shouldn't make it like now everyone needs to be dark skinned. If a person is not dark skinned, they are not dark skinned. And for you to, have this photo shoots where now everyone looks same shade of brown, like, to me it really really doesn't make sense. And I was really really disappointed, because I actually watched their interviews, these girls, when they were introducing themselves. And obviously there's darker ones, and then there is like lighter ones, and then there's like different races. There's like colored, there's an Indian, and then there's like white also. So now they can't all be the same like shade of brown. Like, it really really doesn't make sense. So to me, this really really disappointed me. And wow, that's all that I can say. And then I spoke to another colleague of mine. She was like, no, these pictures look nice because it looks like some campaign, what, like she said, some campaign thing. Yes, they look nice. The pictures, they look nice. Like, I'm gonna put it on the screen. The picture looks very, very nice. And yes, you would say it's a campaign, but then it's a campaign that says, let's build up dark-skinned women. I mean, we've had this conversation long enough. I feel like we've had it long enough. We know what happens. We know with the whole dark skinned and light skinned, the privileges, and the others getting bullied, the light skinned saying they're getting bullied because they're not dark enough or African enough, and then the darker skinned getting bullied because they're called ugly. Like, really, this is where we've came. Like, this is the points that we're at as a country. So that means every single trend that is gonna come that affects us like as a whole, then we're gonna jump on the trend, just capitalize on the trend. Because right now, that's what I feel they're doing. They're capitalizing on this thing of dark skinned, or diversity and all of that. There is nothing wrong with someone who's light skinned. No one said they're less African. It was just that whole debate of, they have some privileges, and then the dark-skinned one were saying they don't have privileges and things like that. But for them to go like to this extreme, for them to make everyone dark-skinned, that, to me, that just looked, it just looked wrong and bad. Really, it really did. And what I wish is, I wish that we can just, we know, like, been singing this song, we have been singing this song, like, and it comes from way back, the whole fight with the dark skinned and the light skinned and all of that. Like, we know all the struggles, and we know the debates and the points that people make about their skin color. We know what they go through, we know the good and the bad. They don't have to now make it like, oh no, let's feel sorry for the dark skinned girls and just make everyone dark skinned so that the dark skinned girls can fit in. Like, I really, really, I was really, really disappointed when I saw that. When I saw that picture, I was really disappointed. But then I'm still gonna watch Miss South Africa because, like, I'm really rooting. I actually have two favorites on like the whole 16 finalists. I have two favorites that I really, really hope they win, because I mean they are just beautiful. And not just beautiful, when someone has that poise, like they've got that lady poise, and they are smart. It's like a full definition of an African woman with beauty and brains. And then I wrote their names because, like, well, there are a lot. I can't remember their names. It's Tuma. I think you pronounce it Tuma or Chuma. Yeah, I think it's Tuma, because I think she's like Xhosa or something. Wow, that girl's jawline, oh my goodness. That girl is beautiful. Like, she is so, so beautiful. Like, she's just, when someone is beautiful, like, no matter how you turn, like, you can turn this way and then you turn that way, they still just look like the same. To me, she's beautiful. And obviously I checked her out on Instagram. She looks fine, she looks beautiful still. And then also there's this other one. She is it's what's her name? Sibabelwe. Yes, Sibabelwe. She's like a Xhosa woman from the Eastern Cape, and then she is a parliamentary researcher, and then she deals with, like, education, which is something, she's doing something very, very good. And she's absolutely beautiful, and she's got these dreadlocks. And people that know me know I love, 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 love dreadlocks. So I'm really rooting for those two. But then I was just really disappointed about what they tried to do, because now it's like they're doing us a favor, or they're feeling sorry for dark-skinned women. Like, okay, now just because you guys are talking, let's just, because before this whole thing, because I feel like this year 2019 was this whole thing of colorism and privileges and all of that because of your skin color. So now they're like, okay, you know what, because this is trending, let's just get on the train also. Let's just try to make you guys feel welcome. We don't have to, like, they didn't have to do that. Like, according to me, honestly, they really didn't have to do that. Just let people be their own beautiful. Whether you're light skinned, or you dark skinned, or you darker than like than other people, or you lighter than other people. There's really nothing that because what they do also is that they build this image. Like, when you see the picture, let's say you haven't seen them in person, ne? When you see the picture that they actually took, and then you watch Miss South Africa, I mean, you are going to be a bit confused, like, okay, so who's this now? Because in the picture they look so different. They're so like, they're so dark, guys. And they are just so dark. So this whole melanin dripping thing has gone way, way too far, and I feel like where we are as a country is really, really sad, because that means that if right now someone or whoever starts all these trends says, okay, now the new beauty is afro, now everyone would be having afro. Or if they say the new beauty standard now is like bald hair, then like everyone would be having bald hair. Like, and I don't blame the girls, like I don't blame the finalists, because I mean, obviously it's not their fault. I think the organizers, the people that actually organized the whole Miss South Africa event, I think they're just sending out a like a really really wrong message, because those women, they are beautiful the way that they are, and they are so smart. You know, when you listen to them, I think you'd find a video somewhere, when you listen to them introducing themselves and you know, telling you what they do, that is enough. They don't have to be darker for us to like vote for them, or for us to like tune in on the 9th of August and watch the show. It's just the way that they are is enough. They didn't really have to be dark. So this video just became longer than I actually thought, and I didn't script anything, but you know, it's just like a rant, because to me this was like, how can they do this? But anyways, just tell me what you think on the description, on the sorry, on the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this whole situation, and you know, do you think they should have done that? Like, do you see any positivity that they were trying to do with, you know, making them darker than they are? Or maybe who do you think will win, or who are you rooting for? And you know, just you know, keep those suggestions coming for Fun Friday, because after this video it's going to be Fun Friday. And then yes, so that's it. Do not forget to hit the notification bell. That is just, I think it's on your, yes, it's on your right. That is on your right, on top of, next to the subscription, so that you're always up to date whenever I post videos. So that will be all for today, queens. Bye.